Today, I'm cooking and tasting 100 years of Carnival food, and some of these recipes are just downright crazy, and others might bring back some childhood memories. Starting off with 1910, where the average Carnival ticket price was about 20 cents. In 1910, a dentist invented the cotton candy machine. He didn't do it because he wanted to create more cavities. He did it because he was just into technology and created this genius machine that we use till this day. This is sick. This is my first time spinning cotton candy. Another food item in carnivals in the 1910s were Cracker Jacks. These things were Americana in a bag. And the cool thing about Cracker Jacks is they come with a prize inside, and as it stands, they've given about 17 billion prizes, which is absolutely nuts. Another hit item in the 1910s were these things called popcorn balls. They were these cute little popcorn-shaped balls that weren't only used for just eating, they were used for decoration. People put it on their Christmas trees, and it was basically used for two things, decoration and food, which is kind of awesome. People love to buy it because it reminds them of Christmas, and it's a cute little thing that they could carry around and enjoy. An ornament, this is more like a baseball. So for 1910, Carnival food was cotton candy, Cracker Jacks, and popcorn balls. All right, we made it to our first taste test, the 1910s. I brought my friend Kareem to come taste test everything with me. We gotta get into the spirit of Carnival, so we gotta change our outfits. You ready?
I'm down with that.
Let's do it. Oh yeah, this is perfect.
Dude, you made me into a clown?
Oh, dude, I'm so sorry.
Are you serious?
Fine, I'll change your costume. Fine, here.
My boy got me dripped out.
Let's get to the food. In 1910, we had cotton candy, we had popcorn balls, and we had Cracker Jack.
I don't know what a Cracker Jack is,
really?
but that looks like caramel popcorn.
Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack.
Do you remember having cotton candy as a kid?
This was my favorite thing growing up.
All right, cheers. Let's try this out.
Try it. The way it just melts in your mouth, this transports me back to my childhood.
No, man. I can't believe you've never had Cracker Jacks.
Yeah,
it's basically like caramel covered popcorn.
Okay, let's try it out.
Let's try it out.
Wow. That's really good.
Really good, right?
I've never seen this before in my life.
This is a popcorn ball. And a lot of people used to use this as ornaments for their Christmas tree.
I feel like the flies would come to that, you know?
Yeah.
Oh!
That is weird, huh?
I would never eat that again, ever.
This starting to taste really good.
It tastes good. I truly regret everything I ever said 2 minutes ago, because the more I chew this, the more I just never want to stop eating this.
It's not bad. All right, Kareem, for each decade, we're gonna be rating it 1 out of 5 Ferris wheels. What do you give 1910?
5 Ferris wheels all day.
Really?
Delicious.
Popcorn balls were a little bit weird to me. Not bad though. I'm gonna give this a 4 Ferris wheel out of 5. Let's move on to our next decade. Now we're headed to the jazz era, the 1920s, where the average Carnival ticket costs about 50 cents. And in front of me is a snow cone machine, which you've seen plenty of times. But in the 1920s, this thing was revolutionary. It was invented by this guy named Samuel Burt that just wanted to sell more snow cones, because back in the day, you had to do it by hand. So he created this machine, and boom, we still use the snow cone machine till this day. He was able to sell hundreds of snow cones in an hour, which beat out the competition. Another popular item in the 1920s were churros. This is when Hispanics started showing up in America, and we adopted their food. One of them was churros. We loved them at carnivals. It was seen more as an exotic dish. People have never seen this dish before, and they were like, what is this? And it tastes amazing, and they sold so many. Now all we have to do is just go ahead and fry our churros. And for the 1920s, Carnival food was snow cones, churros, and tamales. Kareem, welcome to the 1920s, and in front of us, we have snow cones, which you've had as a kid, of course.
Yeah, definitely had these. So this is literally transporting me.
Cheers.
Cheers. Whoa.
I really love that red.
The blue one is crazy. Dude, that simplicity, wow.
It's literally ice with syrup.
They found a way to monetize ice. What kind of tamale is that?
This is a chicken tamale.
Oh my God, that looks amazing.
I know. Oh my goodness. This is one of my favorite Hispanic dishes. Of course, we have the classic churro.
Churro, come on, stop playing.
Cheers.
Wow.
Love.
Crunchy on the outside.
Soft on the inside. We're in 20s, America was thriving, and we had delicious churros on top of that. I love this decade. I'm giving it a 5 Ferris wheel out of 5.
This was insanely good. 5 all day for me.
1920s, you guys had it down with carnival food. Let's head over to our next one. Now we're moving on to the decade where drive-in movie theaters was invented, the 1930s, and the average carnival ticket cost about 60 cents. Right now, what I'm making is one of the most popular items at a carnival, donuts. I have this donut press. You kind of just push it out, and the donut goes straight into your oil. The legit machines unfortunately cost about $10,000, and that's out of our budget. It was especially popular in the 1930s because donut machines were invented, and that by itself was a source of entertainment. In the 1930s, Fritos was born. Some farmer bought the recipe and a used fryer from some guy for $100, and the way he started developing this recipe, he was cooking in his mom's kitchen and selling each bag for 5 cents. In about a year, it got so popular, he was selling 100 pounds per hour. Another popular dish in the 1930s was fried fruit hand pies. It's basically an empanada with this fruit filling, and the reason they made this was because it was nostalgic to a lot of people. It was like home cooking, right? But at the carnival. You're just basically cooking down apples and then pressing it into an empanada press. It's that simple of a dish. So for the 1930s, carnival food was donuts, Fritos, and fried fruit hand pies. We've made it to the 1930s, and this is Great Depression, but the food in front of us does not look at all depressing. And you're probably wondering, why is there a Fritos bag there?
Yeah, it's pretty random.
Fritos was invented in 1930s.
No.
Yes. The guy who invented this bought a used frying machine and a recipe from some dude for $100.
Just that's it.
That's it.
That's not just good, that's epic.
And also that's very classic flavor right there. These are hand fruit pies, really popular in the 30s. Cheers.
Let's
go
try it
ahead
out.
and try it out. It's an apple pie. And America loves apple pie.
Feels very comforting.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. It just tastes better when it's miniature.
Everything is better when it's smaller. The carnival didn't lose any money during the Great Depression.
Really?
It kind of sustained throughout it. Even though people are struggling, they still want to have fun. And that's why humans are awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and rate the 1930s decade a 4 out of 5 Ferris wheel.
Honestly, everything considered, the fact that it was the Great Depression, but they gave us a homey apple pie, delicious donuts, and Frito chips. They really made the most out of everything they had in that decade. So I'm gonna go ahead and give them 4 Ferris wheels.
Nice, I'm happy we agree. Let's move on to the next decade. Now we're headed to the decade where Bugs Bunny was introduced, the 1940s, and the average carnival ticket cost around 75 cents. 1940 carnivals, they had boiled peanuts. The reason why boiled peanuts were so popular because they were nutritious and super cheap. And at carnivals, you didn't miss where the boiled peanuts were at. They had these giant pots with these giant spoons that were just basically mixing it into the water. And the thing about boiled peanuts is when you open it up, you slurp the juice and you get all that flavor. And after about 6 hours, our boiled peanuts are officially ready. We're making a classic carnival dish, a corn dog. And corn dogs were actually invented in the 1940s by the Fletcher brothers. They wanted to make something that was accessible so you could take around and just eat it while you walk through the carnival. So for the 1940s, carnival food was boiled peanuts, corn dogs, and chocolate-covered bananas. We've made it to the 1940s, and in front of us, we have boiled peanuts, which I've never had before. Have you ever had boiled peanuts?
Never.
When you bite into it, there's juice inside, so you have to suck it first. Here we go.
Yo.
That is so good, right?
That tastes like a whole meal.
The corn dog was invented in this era.
Iconic.
Cheers. That is so good.
That's
Such
really
a
good.
classic flavor.
But what is that over there? Is that a banana with some chocolate on the
Banana
outside?
chocolate. Very simple. Cheers.
Okay. It's amazing by how like just taking a simple banana,
Right.
dipping it in chocolate, freezing it, now you have a dessert.
Right.
Like, it's so simple.
And that's carnival food in a nutshell. The boiled peanuts surprised me. They were actually really good.
I enjoyed those.
I'm gonna go ahead and rate this decade a 3.5 Ferris wheels out of 5.
The boiled peanuts, that's really new to me. The corn dogs are decent.
Yeah.
Bananas, I mean, they're good, but nothing
Yeah.
crazy great. I'm gonna give this decade a 2.5 Ferris wheels. I've had better decades.
Sure, yeah. Let's move on to our next. Now we're in the decade where the first credit card was invented, the 1950s, and the average carnival ticket price was about $1. So in the 1950s, funnel cakes started appearing in some carnivals. Americans didn't know what it was. It looked wacky, it looked crazy, and they were kind of reluctant to try it. It was invented by the Dutch many, many years ago, but when they started showing up in carnivals in America, it was kind of like a slow takeoff. But once Americans got a taste of it, it became a huge phenomenon where we actually love till this day. And then you take the funnel, you take your finger and let the batter swirl all in there. It's that simple to make funnel cake. That's why it's so popular during the 1950s. So in the 1950s, footlong hot dogs became super popular, and it was thanks to Nathan's famous hot dogs, which is actually around till this day. This era is when vendors started staging food competitions. You had the world's largest corn dog, the world's largest popcorn ball, and of course, the foot-long hot dog. So we have the 1950s to thank for having the world's largest food items in America today. So in the 1950s, carnival food was funnel cake, foot-long hot dog, and caramel apples. We are now in the 1950s, and in front of us, we have the craziest items I've seen so far. First of all, a foot-long hot dog. You see we only have one.
There's only one way to do this, huh?
And the reason why foot-long hot dogs was so popular in the 50s is because there was food competitions now.
I'd definitely out-eat you in a hot dog eating contest.
I don't know, I would out-eat you.
I would out-eat you easy, but let's try this funnel cake.
Okay.
Fried dough and sugar. Can't go wrong with that.
Out of every dish I've made so far, this one was definitely easy, and it looks absolutely crazy.
So you're saying it was the most fun? No. The most fun to make, funnel to make. Oh, okay.
Listen, we've all had a caramel apple. I'm not a big fan of the caramel apple, but everything else was pretty decent. I'm gonna go ahead and give this decade a 3 Ferris wheels out of 5, and that's because of the foot-long hot dog.
Personally, I think I would give this decade a 2.5 out of 5. The caramel apple doesn't impress me. Funnel cake is good.
Yeah.
And a foot-long hot dog, you know, I've had better decades, let's just say.
Let's move on to the next one.
We've now made it to the decade where the first human went into space, the 1960s, and the average carnival ticket cost about $1.50.
In the 1960s, one of the greatest inventions happened, and that was fried pickles. But it wasn't all fun and games. Carnivals started banning fried pickles. And the reason being is because pickles have so much moisture in it. So when you go to fry it, it's actually kind of dangerous. But see, here's the problem, that people already got a taste of fried pickles. So there was this whole black market where people kind of made it off on the side or secretly made it, and they risked getting a fine. So there was this whole underground black market all for this dish that's just fried pickles. It came right back because they taste that amazing, and you can't just get rid of these things that easy. Also, besides the really dangerous fried pickles, they sold astronaut ice cream. And the reason they made this was because they want to give astronauts something to eat while going up to space, and why not have a nostalgic ice cream sandwich? But to be honest, astronauts have said they actually don't like this at all. And people have been just eating it in carnivals because they thought this is what astronauts eat all the time. Another hit item at carnivals in the 1960s were nachos. And the guy who actually invented them, his nickname was Nacho. So that's how it came to be, and he came up with this revolutionary recipe that we eat till this day. So for the 1960s, carnival food was fried pickles, astronaut ice cream, and nachos. 1960s, we have made it, and things are starting to get a little more weird. Now we're starting to fry things that maybe shouldn't be fried. Also in the 60s, fried pickles, kids would use them as like a bartering item. They would trade it for like rides.
Let's try it out. That's good.
That's really good, right? Frying pickles is such a weird concept.
Yeah. No, it's nice. It's like tangy, crunchy on the outside.
Yeah. And of course, they had the classic nacho.
Ooh, I love me some nachos.
Oh, they're the best.
That is beautiful.
With that beautiful cheese sauce. This is astronaut ice cream.
Yeah, the 60s, huh? The space race. That is so good.
It's a bit weird to me. Oh, it tastes like chalk to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and rate this decade. Fried pickles, awesome. Nachos, this wasn't that great. I'm gonna give this right down the middle. 2.5 Ferris wheels out of 5.
I'll give it a 3.
all right, let's go to the next.
Now we're moving on to the decade where emails was invented, the 1970s, and the average carnival ticket price was $2.50.
One of the most popular items in 1970s carnival food was fried cheese curds. And the place it was born in was Wisconsin, and that makes sense because that's like the cheese capital of America. So the way cheese curds came to be is that Wisconsin farmers had an abundant amount of cheese curds and didn't know what to do with it. So they gave it to carnival food vendors, and of course, carnivals being carnivals, what did they do? They started frying it up, and that's where the fried cheese curd was born. Another 1970s carnival food item was the walking tacos. This is where it all started. They used Frito chips because this was the popular chip at the time. The way the walking taco came to be was not just because it looked beautiful, but they wanted to save on plates and takeaway containers. So they made the bag of chips the plate itself, and that saved them a lot of money in the long run because it was such a brand new idea. People were kind of crazy over it. So for the 1970s, carnival food was fried cheese curds, walking tacos, and candied popcorn. 1970s, we are here. We are in the hippie era. That's why we have these candied popcorn. It got invented in the 1970s because of the color and the vibrant neon colors.
Know what?
Tastes whack.
Does taste whack.
No flavor. It's just all for show.
Exactly, but that's what carnivals are about. The walking taco.
So this is not a new thing? This is like something that happened a while back?
Yes.
No way.
Oh yeah. The walking taco dates back many decades ago, but in the 70s, it really got its spotlight thanks to carnivals. People wanted to enjoy their food, walk around.
I see the Fritos made a return.
Fritos was one of the big ones, yep.
That is good. I'd be so happy if I got this at the carnival.
That's what I'm saying.
But what are these over here?
Fried cheese curds. 70s, we're starting to deep fry even more. This was a huge time for just deep frying stuff. Wow. Candied popcorn, I could have done without it. Walking tacos, I love that it became popular and the cheese curds were great. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 3 Ferris wheels out of 5.
I mean, this is pretty cool. This really disappointed me and the cheese was delicious, but honestly, I wasn't that impressed. I'm gonna have to give it a 2.5 out of 5 Ferris wheels.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next one.
We're now in the decade where Nintendo officially launched, the 1980s, and the average carnival ticket price was around $4.
We're in the 1980s and I'm about to make the banana split. And if you guys know anything about the banana split, it is extravagant. It was one of the more expensive items to sell in carnivals. So if you had a banana split at carnivals in the 1980s, you were looked at like, whoa, this guy got money. And the reason why banana split was so expensive in the 1980s is because of all the resources it took. You needed a ripe banana. You need to make sure your ice cream is cold enough. You need to have the chocolate, the cherry. You have to make sure the whipped cream is a flat end. So there was a lot of effort put into making a banana split. And you could have bought this banana split in the 1980s for $4, and in today's money, that's about $15. So you're a high roller if you have a banana split. Also in the 1980s, the economy was booming, technology was at an all-time high, and competition was getting stiff because there was a ton of money just flowing through carnivals. So for the 1980s, carnival food was banana split, curly fries, and barbecue ribs. Kareem, we are now in the 1980s. Back to the Future just came out.
Do you hear that sound?
Oh no, it's the DeLorean. When was the last time you had a banana split?
I don't think I've ever had it. So
You've never had one?
So let's dive right into it.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow, I absolutely hate that cherry.
I love red cherry.
What else we got?
We got ribs and curly fries. Curly fries, because the tool to make these curly fries became available in the 1980s.
This has gotta be one of my favorite fries ever.
So in the 1980s, barbecue culture was getting more and more popular, so ribs became a hit. Let's try this.
Smoky, flavorful.
And each carnival had a secret barbecue sauce that they used. If you go to a different carnival, you might get a different type of taste. This was a super creative and fun decade. I absolutely loved it. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 4.5 Ferris wheels out of 5.
Really? Listen, I really enjoyed everything, but I feel like at the end of the day, other than the curly fries, these two didn't impress me, so I'm gonna go right down the middle. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5 Ferris wheels.
Brutal.
We've now made it to the decade where the first ever text message was sent, the 1990s, and the average carnival ticket price was $6.50.
Okay, we're in the 1990s. Who remembers these guys? Twinkies. So in 1990, Twinkie sales started dropping. So what did Carnival naturally do to bring it back to life? I'm gonna wait for you guys to guess. Yeah, they deep fried it, and that's what we're gonna be making. And thanks to carnivals, they saved Twinkies company all in all, because the deep frying it gave Twinkies another life. The sales skyrocketed. And because the dish was so crazy, just naturally, people wanted to try it. And so Twinkies have carnivals to thank for deep frying everything and saving their business. While we're on the subject of frying literally everything, we're gonna be making fried mac and cheese balls. And this was invented in 1990 when vendors had leftover mac and cheese and they didn't want to throw it away. They wanted to do something with it. What else would they do? Fry it, of course. It became so popular that they had a fried mac and cheese ball competition where one guy had 27 mac and cheese balls in 5 minutes. So 1990s carnival food was fried Twinkies, fried mac and cheese balls, and Dippin' Dots. Kareem, welcome to the 1990s. And in front of us, we have a bunch of deep fried stuff and some Dippin' Dots.
It's getting a little healthier now.
It's getting very healthy now. Let's go ahead and take a bite. I want this to be a surprise to you.
Okay, all right,
Here we go.
cheers. Mac and cheese. That is loaded.
Dude.
I'm gonna have to check my cholesterol after this. But what is that? That looks like it's also fried.
I want you to take a bite and tell me what it is.
Oh man.
Cheers.
Okay.
Another surprise inside.
Twinkie? Oh, I mean, it tastes really good.
Dude.
It tastes ridiculously
It's
good.
so good,
Like
right?
nothing should ever taste that good. What do we have here? It looks
Dippin'
like
Dots.
Dippin' Dots. We know what Dippin' Dots are.
Cheers.
I don't think I've had it though, but I know what it is. The flavor right there, like you're getting that really like synthetic fruit flavor. And 100%. I feel like that's the 90s was just like about everything being extreme and over the top. In terms of healthiness, this is not winning any Nobel Peace Prizes here.
None.
But in terms of flavor, I'm gonna have to give this one a 4 out of 5.
I don't think any of these are healthy. I think they're horrible for you. That screams Americana to me, and it was absolutely delicious, and I absolutely loved it. I'm gonna agree with you, 4 out of 5 Ferris wheels. But if you thought this was over the top, you don't know what we're about to have in the next decade. This decade is when the iPhone was invented, the 2000s, and the average Carnival ticket price was around $9. In the 2000s, Carnival foods got even more outrageous because I'm about to make fried Coca-Cola. You heard me right, I said fried Coca-Cola. How is that even possible? So this dish was actually invented in the 2000s because people were trying to get more and more ridiculous with what they could fry. People already knew Coca-Cola as a drink, so when they said fried Coca-Cola, it stopped them in their tracks. Everyone was like, wait up, what? I can't believe I just deep fried Coca-Cola. In the 2000s, carnivals were in a full-on fry arms race. People were just frying anything they could get their hands on. But a man named Charlie Pogosian took some Oreos, put them into some batter, and fried it, and boom, it became a national hit. Also, because of all the innovation that's been happening in carnivals and all this delicious food that's been invented, led to the peak of Carnival making the most amount of money ever. They made about $3 billion every year. So 2000 Carnival food was fried Coke, fried Oreos, and chocolate-covered bacon. Welcome to the 2000s, the new millennium.
New millennium, same old sugar and deep fried foods, huh?
Yeah, it's not getting any better, Kareem. I want you to try to figure out what this is. This is the craziest invention out of everything we've tried today.
Let's see. Don't tell me it's deep fried dough. What is this?
This is deep fried Coca-Cola.
Oh.
I thought it was gonna have more of a Coke taste.
I guess I could taste it like a tiny bit.
Chocolate covered bacon. This is actually pretty interesting.
This looks really good.
This was first made as a joke. The vendor who made it at a state fair made it to like dare people to eat it.
Interesting.
And then guess what? People came back for more.
I mean, yeah.
And he started selling it.
Right.
That's a good combo.
Whoa. That is dangerously good.
Deep fried Oreo.
Oh my God. Try it out.
Bro, that is so good.
Oh my gosh.
For this decade, I was ready to give it a horrible rating because the deep fried Coke was actually not really good at all.
Forget about the deep fried Coke.
The chocolate bacon and the Oreo?
Come on, dude. Is there any other score?
5 Ferris wheels! Because if this wasn't here, I'll give it a 10.
Forget about that. But yeah, this was insanely good.
Let's go on to our last decade.
And I don't think they could beat this.
We're gonna have to find out. Let's move on to the decade where Fortnite was officially launched, the 2010s, and the average Carnival ticket price was around $15. So Carnival food in 2010 featured this dish called a ramen burger. It was invented by a Japanese-American chef that wanted to combine 2 of his favorite comfort food. And this thing took over carnivals, which is nuts. And just because of the visuals of it, people fell in love with this item. And thanks to the rise of social media during this era, pictures of the ramen burger went completely viral and people just wanted to get their hands on it. Right when you thought deep frying was done, we're not done yet. We're gonna be deep frying butter. And this is all thanks to the guy who invented deep frying Coca-Cola. So the original way it was done was it was covered with sugar and cinnamon, frozen, placed into some batter and fried. When this thing first hit the scene, it was an instant hit. I mean, we're talking about Americans here. They sold 350,000 sticks in their first year. And here we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the most American thing I've ever made. Deep fried butter. Woo! Today, carnivals are still around and it's still a big piece of American culture that probably will never go away. And this is all thanks to all the delicious food that have been invented from carnivals. What an amazing piece of history that America has. And if you think carnival food or innovation is going anywhere, I hate to break it to you, it's here to stay, and I'm just afraid what's coming next. So carnival food in the 2010s was ramen burger, fried butter, and rainbow grilled cheese. We're in the 2010s, and as you could see, things are just getting more and more wild. We have a burger that's with ramen buns, bro.
And that is a rainbow grilled cheese?
That's a rainbow grilled cheese, and you don't even know what that is, huh?
Bro, that's a pile of slop is what that looks like.
It looks like a pile of slop.
Pile of deep fried slop. What is that, butter?
Deep fried butter.
You were trying to kill me today.
I'm trying, yeah. No. The same guy who invented deep fried butter, he's the same guy that invented the deep fried Coke. His name is Abel Gonzalez.
Abel's gotta go.
He's gotta go.
He's gone,
Yo,
yeah.
Abel, you gotta chill out.
Abel, you gotta go. Oh, wow. It's good. It's grilled cheese.
It's a grilled cheese.
Color adds nothing to the flavor.
Nothing.
0. I'm curious to see if it cuts like a burger.
Okay.
Okay, wow. The bun is kind of staying together.
Yeah.
That looks interesting. Cheers. Weird.
Why does that work?
The flavors work, but I don't know if it's gonna work with my stomach.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
It's about that time.
Well, you have to go.
I gotta like really go.
Then let's go ahead and wrap this up, huh?
Let's wrap this up.
You know, the deep fried butter, that's a little too much for me.
Nah.
Rainbow grilled cheese did nothing. I think this was one of the whatever decades. The ramen burger, it worked, but at the same time it didn't work. I'm gonna go ahead and give this decade a 2 Ferris wheels out of 5. I think it could be better.
I'm gonna give this a 1 out of 5 and I gotta get going.
Let me know which decade was your favorite and I'll see you in the next one.